In a few months' time, I'm going for an adventure. I plan to film every week, maybe every day. I want to hike, and swim, and everything in between. The only problem is, I'm not too great at filming. Well, not yet anyway. So, I'm gonna try and learn as much as possible and share everything I learn with you guys. Let's call this day 1 of our YouTube adventure. Okay, let's get straight into it. Today's about testing lenses, right? For B-roll in particular. So I've got these two lenses. I've got an old Minolta 50mm prime lens, f1.7, and I've got a zoom lens, the kit lens actually, that came with the Sony A7 series. And this is a 28mm to a 70mm. You might be thinking, well, why are you testing these two lenses? They're completely different. Well, as a zoom lens, I can get the 50mm on this one, obviously. Wow, this is falling apart. You just bought your camera, you've got the kit lens with it. Is it worth buying another lens, or you just stick with your kit lens? So that's a test, right? So this lens was cheap, and I mean really cheap. This was like £15 on eBay. It's got a little bit of damage. The glass might not be as good, because this is an old lens, but I was really surprised with the footage and the pictures I've got out of this. Obviously it's all manual, so autofocus isn't gonna work. So that might be a problem if I'm trying to shoot fast objects. Whereas this one, obviously, it's got image stabilizer. Autofocus will work. Yeah, let's get down to the test. I did some shoots today and yesterday, so we'll put them together and see how they come out and see which one wins for B-roll. Okay, so the first lens we've got coming up now is a Minolta lens. This was all shot at f10. So really, f10 is around the sharpest, or close to the sharpest the lens will be at. The footage is ungraded, as all the rest of the footage will be in this test. And yeah, as far as the general look goes on this, it's pretty nice. You'll notice it's a bit on the cool side, and it has a hint of green to it. But yeah, as far as an old lens from the 80s goes, it's okay for its general look. Okay, so now we've got the Sony kit lens at 50mm. The same settings again for the camera, same settings for the lens at f10. You can see here, the colors are actually very similar-ish. There's a bit more yellows in this one, and the overall sharpness is a bit better in this, but it has a weird digital like look to it. And as far as this shot goes, this looks pretty nice as well. The color's a bit more warmer, less green. But if you notice, the autofocus is kind of doing whatever the hell he wants to do here. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. But as for overall look, I think the Sony lens is just a little bit better when it comes to the warm tones. So I'll give that one the win. Next up we have depth, and when I mean depth, I mean, you know, that depth of field, or that silky look that you see in a lot of B-roll footage. This is the Minolta, and this is shooting at f4. As you can see, I really like the look of this. Don't worry about the blown out shot itself, but if you look at the detail, like the whole bokeh in the background, blurriness, and then the kind of focus in front, it looks pretty nice. The thing what I like with this lens as well, it's kind of got a washed out look when you start to go low on the f-stops. And I like that. I think it adds more character to the look of the lens. And yeah, the bokeh is really nice on this anyway at low. So it's getting a thumbs up from me so far. Okay, so same shots again, but this time with the Sony kit lens, 50mm, and it's also set to f4. As you notice here, look at the stick in front here. It's not that blurred out. The detail in the background's okay. It's less blown out, but as far as depth goes, I think the Minolta really snatched it there. Also here as well, the bokeh is too, like the background's too visible. It's not blurry enough. And then some reason now, like, it's the same settings with the lens, same setting with the camera, but now the greens in this kind of has like a darker tone to it. You can see the background too easily through the grass there. And yeah, I don't know, I don't really like the look here as much. Another annoying thing is this, look, the autofocus was being ridiculous. Now of course, yeah, you can do manual focus, but I really have a problem with manual focus on this lens. I just hate the feel of it. It just feels digital. Whereas the Minolta lens, every time you move the focus, it's like you can actually feel the focus in your hand. It's a real hard thing to explain, but yeah, autofocus on this lens, pretty damn dreadful. Yeah, so out of depth, the win definitely 100% goes to the Minolta. Flair. Now, a lot of people try to avoid Flair for obvious reasons, but I love it. Here now is the Sony lens. If you notice, the flare lines there, the rays are very subtle. That's because modern lenses try to avoid flare. So it was obvious from the start this Sony lens was not gonna win in this category. So next up we got the Minolta, same settings again. You'll notice the picture just looks a lot nicer, it's a lot more washed out, nicer to me. And those flares there, you see the little square thing, I think that's down to the adapter I was using. But yeah, those rays and that flare it's pretty nice. It's not the best, but that'd be pretty cool in a sunset when you're trying to do a portrait of someone. I think it'd be pretty awesome. Very nice little flares, all different colors that come through. It's pretty cool. Okay, and finally is the low light test. Now this was shot on the Sony kit lens at ISO 1000, and at 50mm the lowest you can go is f4, so that's the brightest we can get. You'll notice there on the ground there's quite a bit of digital noise that's been introduced because of the low light, and the sign there in the background, and along with the lights here, you can see that the bokeh isn't that great and it's not too strong. The colors are okay, they're quite a nice image if you like, but yeah, not so great. Okay, and next up we have the Minolta 50 prime, shot at the same settings again, f4, ISO 1000. You'll notice on the ground there's a lot less digital noise and a bit more of that generic grain that you kind of get with these cameras. Once again here in f4, the bokeh isn't that great. I mean, it's quite shaped here, but the image is quite solid. The colors is okay. It's a bit more on the warm side, which is quite shocking. F3 can go down. This is a crazy thing. It can go down quite a bit. F2.8, and then the best setting for this lens, obviously f1.7, and it just looks amazing. So for low light, this lens absolutely trumps the kit lens. Let's show you some more shots. Okay, so for me, the win was obvious. It started to get obvious halfway through the video, and that went straight to the Minolta because overall it was just gorgeous. It was a beautiful lens, especially for its age and its price at £15. Like, you can't go wrong. So my next goal is to try and put that lens on my camera and go out and only shoot B-roll with that for the next few videos and see how that comes out. I hope the video didn't get too boring because there was a lot of talking, but yeah, these are things we need to learn, right? Make sure to follow my Instagram account, it'll be in the link below. If you like the music in the video today, that music was made by me, myself, and my wife in a little band, Lovejoy. So yeah, look our music up, check out the Instagram, and look forward to the next video, which should also be educational. We rise and
time.